Hi, this video looks at the impact of innovation on different functional areas. So it's this final bullet point here in this section on assessing innovation. So what is an innovation strategy? Well, it's a plan that's going to enable the business to achieve the objective of increasing the number of new products or processes introduced. So, and it might, it doesn't necessarily have to, and it can comprise of other things as well, but the different ways of fostering innovation that you need to be aware of according to AQA are Kaizen, research and development, intrapreneurship and benchmarking, and there's videos on each of these. But these are the sorts of strategies that you might use in order to enable your business to become more innovative, to come up with new ideas. So if you are following this plan, you're trying to create a more innovative organisation, you need to be aware of the kind of impact that this is going to have on the different functional areas within your business. So if we start with finance, how will being innovative affect the finance department, or move into being a more innovative organisation and introducing any of those strategies? Well, what impact might that have on finance? Well, first of all, we need to recognise that there is a high cost of research and development, and it's going to require a lot of investment in order to do that. And of course, it's not always successful. So there's going to be an impact on budgets. We're going to need to do some market research. We're going to need to fund research and development. So that might mean cutting back on budgets in other areas. We may need to do less promotion of our existing products, for example, or we might need to see if we can save money on training staff in some way. So there's a big opportunity cost. We're going to be redirecting funds within the business in order to fund this research and development. And we talked in previous videos about how innovation can lead to quite high short-term costs, but the benefits, the revenues, are often felt in the long run once we've launched these products and consumers are really interested in the innovative products that we've designed. So that could lead to cash flow forecasting difficulties. All right, if we're trying to become an innovative organisation, it can be really difficult. Right, how much is this going to cost us in the short run, and when are we going to start getting returns? And it makes the cash flow forecasting process very difficult. In terms of marketing, well, we've talked about the need for market research. We're going to need to conduct some of that. We're going to need to test market new products. Okay, we need to get prototypes from operations. We need to take them into the marketplace. We need to ask consumers how they feel about them, if they're any good, and then we need to coordinate with operations again and say, well, this is what we found out about the product. We need to make these alterations to make it successful. This is what our customers want. There's going to be a huge impact on the product portfolio. Looking at product life cycle, if we're being an innovative company, hopefully it means we're going to get lots of new products coming through. But those products at the kind of development and introduction phase of the product life cycle need significant investment in things like promotion in order to raise brand awareness and let consumers know that these innovative products are out there for them. And of course, we're going to need to make marketing mix, branding decisions. We've got this new product. How, what price are we going to sell it for? How are we going to promote it? How's that going to appeal to our target market? And is this a niche or a mass market product? We need to make all of these sorts of decisions in the marketing department in an innovative organisation. In terms of operations, if we are becoming more innovative, will that require new technologies to be used in the production process? Are we going to design new production technology? Or, we're manufacturing really high-tech stuff. Might that mean a move from labour to capital-intensive production? Even if it doesn't, certainly we're going to need to train workers in new products and processes and ways of doing things to ensure that they're up to speed with the things that we're trying to get them to do. We're going to need to produce prototypes and test materials. Here's a design, looks like a design for an app to me, but the operations department is going to be doing a lot of this, a lot of designing, a lot of producing prototypes, testing materials, seeing if they work. will innovation affect our supply chain? Will we be able to use our existing suppliers for the new raw materials that we're going to need, or do we need to find more suppliers? So there's going to be an impact on our supply chain, and also we might need to consider the quality of new products. If we're producing new products, do the workers have the skills to produce them properly? How are we going to ensure that these new innovative products are up to the standards that we require them to be? Okay, and finally, in terms of human resources, if we're moving towards becoming a more innovative organisation, do we need to recruit more staff, or do we need to train our existing staff so that they have skills? But we're going to be looking at the skill profile of our current workforce and deciding if they're up to scratch, basically. And if they're not up to scratch, if they don't have the skills we need, how are we going to address that? It might mean becoming an innovative organisation. A flat hierarchy is much more likely to be conducive to innovation, where we have large teams of people maybe working as teams, rather than having small little teams, lots of layers of management, people checking what you're doing. It's not really that conducive to being innovative if you've got someone who's checking over you every 5 minutes. And we're going to need probably a soft HRM approach, where workers are encouraged to take risks, to be risk takers, and celebrating even when things don't work. Real big impact on the organisational culture, the way that business looks at failure and how they treat what their attitude to risk is. So impacts on each of the functional areas of becoming a more innovative organisation. The key, of course, when we're talking about functional areas, is to look at how they all work together. So looking at, okay, operations are going to need more training, and we've mentioned that within the human resources as well. So think about how these different functional areas work together to create a more innovative organisation.